Hey, Spuddies PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Stellaris in the Megacorp expansion. So, I actually already had a campaign of this going, but I decided to abandon it because it wasn't interesting enough, and I had learnt so much about how to play the game that I basically just scrapped like 9 whole episodes of Stellaris and said, that's it, we're just going to get started and start a new campaign. I had originally started playing as the Church of Tortollan, which was a religious organization, subversive cult. But I decided that we are just going to create a new race, and we'll just basically go with something friendly, perhaps. Let's see. We will maybe go... I didn't really enjoy the way the campaign was rolling out, and I didn't choose settings that I thought were particularly interesting. So I've decided to kind of take a new direction. To simplify it. We are going to be some sort of mammalian creature, or perhaps we'll just go with the default humanoids or something. Yeah, we'll go with this. And the name of this will be the... I actually don't like humanoids. Let's do reptilian. These guys are kind of friendly looking. I think we'll go with... I'm trying to think of someone who looks elegant and trader-like. These guys. What is the word for turtle? Tortollan. Like a bit of a... a bit of a World of Warcraft reference, I think. I think I spelled it wrong. I don't know if I did. But we will be turtle people. And we will go with the... reptilian names. Let's see, Kree, Verizex. This one looks reasonable. And I think our traits are going to be... What do we want our traits to be? Well, I think there's a lot of interesting choices. I'm thinking we want to go with... I've been playing around with some of these traits and stuff like that in different games to get the hang of the game. I don't think we're going to go with Venerable. Enduring could be fun. I think we're going to go for Conservationist. And... let's see. What do we go for? Conservationists. Thrifty, trade value from jobs, energy credits. Perhaps extremely adaptable could be a fun one to play with. And then we need to add some negative traits. Amenities from jobs. Fleeting is an easy one to grab. Sedentary is an easy one to grab. And slow breeders. So we're going to be conservationist, extremely adaptable, fleeting, sedentary, slow breeders. I think this is a fairly reasonable layout here. And we're going to be spawning on, of course, ocean worlds with a wet climate. We will go with the reptilian city type. Name and class, right? I need to name it. That'll be fine. It'll be a random starting system. And I think we're obviously going to pick corporate here. But we're not going to go with criminal heritage or immediate or Gospel of the Masses. We could go with indentured assets or naval contractors, but I think we might go for something like this. Maybe private prospectors. We can't be fanatic egalitarian. I think we definitely want to be xenophiles to be able to make friends with people and have better trade value. I don't think a xenophobic corporation really makes sense unless you are a criminal heritage. Although we could go for a xenophobic criminal heritage where we kind of go and be subversive. That could be interesting, but I think I like the idea of being a xenophile. I don't think we're going to go for pacifist. We are going to go maybe a little bit egalitarian so that we get a little bit of faction influence and specialist output, and maybe militarist. Or we could play around with robots. Yeah, you know what? We'll play around with robots. We'll go xenophile, materialist, egalitarian. And we're not going to play as the criminal heritage. We could do brand loyalty, franchising. Franchising could be nice. It means we could get a lot of branch offices throughout the world and not worry about it. Free traders could be quite good too. Citizen pop happiness. Administrative cap could be really good. Administrative cap is actually really good, especially if you are a corporation, because you get higher penalties for going over your administrative cap. So that could be really good. So maybe we'll take private prospectors and let's see, media conglomerate, free traders. I'm trying to think here. Maybe just go for some branch office value. That could be really good. Or we could grab trading posts. Let's grab trading posts. So we're private prospectors and trading posts. We are going to go with the slick corporation advisor voice. And we will be the Tortollan Mercantile Union. Our flag will be perhaps zoological in origin. And we'll go for something turtle-y. None of these, well, I guess I like the Pokeball one. We'll be kind of quasi-space Pokemon or something. And we will go with a nice deep purple color as our primary. And perhaps a complementary color. These kind of complement each other-ish. They're not awful together. We'll make sure we take the reptilian ship type. And our ruler will be Chairwoman Mixrodam, who will be a reddish color in Spacey room. That one. And that'll be it. We'll go ahead and... Oh, back and just save these. And then we're going to play on a huge galaxy with maxed out AI empires with 9 advanced AI starts. That means 30% of the AI in the game will be advanced starts. Maxed out fallen empires, maxed out marauder empires. We're going to have 3 times the normal amount of habitable worlds and primitive civilizations to have some interesting things happen. We're going to add a little bit of crisis strength. And we're going to extend the game very slightly by about 50 years in terms of that. So it'll be a fairly long game. We're going to be playing on the... And so this is the normal difficulty. This is slightly harder. We'll play on the Admiral difficulty. Maybe this will... Let's see. Here we go. Get slight bonuses. This gives the AI massive bonuses. I think we'll play on Commodore. This will make the AI slightly stronger, but not too much stronger. Scaling difficulty. So I think we're going to play on Admiral, actually. We'll go up and we'll add scaling difficulty that'll increase over time. So the AI will become more and more difficult to deal with as the game goes on. I think we're going to have aggressive AI on to make things just more interesting. We're going to have random empire placement. We will say that advanced neighbors can happen. We'll have slightly more density of transportation, and we'll have no guaranteed habitable worlds. So this will be a fairly interesting game from that perspective, I think. A little bit of kookiness going on, but I think it'll be fun. So we have to remember, 33% of the AIs in the game will have an advanced start, so they'll start with extra planets, or I don't know exactly how the advanced start works, but basically they'll start off stronger, and so we need to watch out for that. So we are egalitarian xenophiles who are private prospectors and have trading posts. Now what the private prospectors thing will open up is the ability to get private colony ships, which are bought with just money. It'll also give us administrative cap, which probably won't matter much right now, but it will matter later on in the game. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is start exploring. Let's go and send the science ship to look around, and we can build a building pretty much immediately, but we're going to hold off. We're going to give the game some time to get started up, start generating some resources. We also need to set up our research tech, research station output, energy credit generation from technicians, the fusion reactor. I do like having good ships early game. The planetary unification is nice for the extra unity. And let's see, alloy megaforges. It would be nice to pick these up early, but I think I'm going to go for getting better ships. Just if you have the tech early, it's nice because you can just make decisions about your military a little bit earlier. I'm going to go ahead and get some minerals because minerals are still quite useful. They are used to produce space-based things, with the exception of alloy-based production things. We might actually go ahead and get ourselves a second alloy foundry here early in the game so that we just are able to build up a fleet and expand a little bit quicker. Although there's a lot of really good choices for your first building on your capital planet. So I'm not sure what we'll go for there. We are building here. Excellent, we have constructed that. Let's build the next mining station. We've got some of that going on. I think I would like to now build another science ship now that we have the money to recruit a new leader. Oh, this is the trade window. We'll talk about that later when the game gets going. We're going to recruit a new scientist, and let's see here. Anomaly discovery chance is great. We'll grab you.
Upscaling complete.
Upscaling complete. You need to survey that system. You are going to get the new leader, and you're going to go survey in this direction. And we'll just kind of continue on nicely. I've spent a bit of time with the game, so I understand the mechanics a little bit better. Okay, we have constructed over here. We're going to save up our points and see what we can find out there. It would be nice to find some black holes and some nebulas because there's some good tech for those later. Okay, the Empire capital has a new building available. Now, the corporate culture site is really good for getting early game unity. It could be worthwhile picking that up. The early game unity can be quite nice for getting that. I think we'll grab the corporate culture site. So your sort of planetary development is split up into districts and buildings now rather than a tile-based thing. There's 4 types of districts: a city district, which gives you housing and clerk jobs; a generator district, which gives you housing and technician; mining and housing in the mining district; and housing and farmer jobs in the agricultural district. I'm not sure what I will do with my capital just yet. You have encountered a hostile fleet. A group of radical priests. The Great Disciples event chain.
Situation log revised.
I don't think you guys are going to win this fight unless I build a new thing. So the Great Disciples are something we need to deal with, but I don't think our fleet can take it on without another ship. Without losses, so we'll just quickly build another ship and see what we can do there. You head over here and be prepared to expand. This military ship will be done soon. And the nice thing about the things that we chose is that we will be able to build more starports, and they're actually quite good now. Well, they've always been quite good, but they're even better.
Upscaling complete.
Can you go deal with these? Hijacked fleet. Now, they're not very strong.
Survey complete.
We completed the survey over here. The construction ship will soon be able to... What? Where did we go? Oh, we completed this survey. Whoops. Go ahead and survey these 3 systems. They will be good to have knowledge of.
Evading competitive fleet.
Looks like we're winning pretty handily.
Complete.
Board the cultist ship. So we need to do a thing here with our military ships. Research that project for me.
Special project actualized.
Mass arrests are being made and the rest is being called. However, several of the starships have built remain unaccounted for. Okay. We've discovered some alien life. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and get these guys to repair. And in fact, we're going to go ahead and switch up our ship design right now. I do like the picket ship, but I do think it's good to have a mixture of damage so that you can spread your damage out across the this will be good against missiles and stuff like that, and these will be good against a mixture of things. So it kind of balances out how good the ship is at fighting certain things. We could put the reactor on here. It would increase the cost by 5 and give us a very slight evasion and damage boost. So I think that's worth doing. We also need to make sure that we turn off auto-generated designs. We will save this as the Picket patrol boat. We'll call this the Interceptor, I guess, is a reasonable name for these smaller ships. And then we will delete this old design and we will upgrade these guys. They will cost a bit. Actually, I'll hold on to my money. I need you to stay there.
Future market survey complete.
We will leave most anomalies for now. We'll grab those later. Simple forms of life. Excellent. Found some more planets over here, an ocean world and a continental world. We will want to claim that early. Let's go ahead and grab that. I think we'll go for... Since we are egalitarian, xenophile materialists, I kind of like the idea of going more towards diplomacy early in the game. Expansion can be quite good, but I think diplomacy has a lot of interesting potential with the trust cap, particularly because we are a corporation, and so we're going to want to have a lot of diplomatic ties with people, and the empire trade value and the base trade protection and the market fee reductions, these are all great for us. So I think we're going to go ahead and go down the diplomacy route. So this is going to reduce our diplomatic influence cost and increase our pop growth from immigration. So we're going to just start surveying systems that are close to us. We are going to want to expand here next, I think, so that we can settle a planet nice and early. We could build a colony ship now, and they don't have quite as much cost as they used to. So we will go ahead and do that. And the nice thing is we actually have an 80% habitability rating for that type of planet, which I think is the maximum, right? Maybe I'm crazy. Leave that be for now. Let's do the Habitable Worlds initiative. I think that could be fun. Why don't you move over here and start building up that? So we're getting plenty of unity thanks to this thing. We have found some volatile motes. Very cool. These are a very useful strategic resource that you can use to improve several buildings, but I think the primary one is that it makes your ally, there's an upgrade for your ally foundries here that gives them an extra 2 jobs, I think, or maybe it's 3 jobs, I can't remember off the top of my head. But there's some I really like how the strategic resources are being done. Actually, it kind of reminds me how the strategic resources are going to be done in Civilization 6 in the future. Alright, so this is an ocean world that we have 100% habitability for, which is really, really nice. This is 2 great planets. And I think the theme of this expansion, or of this playthrough, will be trying to make our worlds specialized. So if we see here, click on this one, like this world right here, Wildor 2, this looks like it's going to be a fantastic farming world. So we're going to specialize it towards farming resources for our empire, which we can use for various purposes. So that's what Wildor is going to be. Wildor 2 is going to be specialized towards farming. My governor leveled up. As your governors level up, they do more and more for your empire. This one mainly gives resources and crime reductions, because there's crime in your planets now that you have to keep care of. That's kind of what the criminal syndicates do the opposite of. They increase your crime, which can be very annoying.
A system has been surveyed.
We have the private colony ship. We're going to go ahead and enter orbit over here. We'll grab this constructor ship and build a starbase. Cost us some influence and some alloys. Alloys is the new actual like space-based construction thing for building spaceships and for building starports and star stations.
A system has been surveyed.
We're going to grab open markets first. We will leave these all to be for now. We will eventually want to look them up. It wouldn't be terrible if we were to do Map the Stars Edict, but it is kind of expensive in terms of early game influence. It means we would expand much slower. But it would give us 11 years of faster survey speed and anomaly discovery chance, so I might actually do this. Let's go for it. There we go. Now, the nice thing about being a xenophile is that the diplomatic influence upkeep on top of the thingy that I'm trying to say colonize Wildor Prime, and we will also colonize this planet with money. There was words I was saying. The nice thing about something, and then I forgot what I was trying to say. Excellent, we have settled the first colony. Anyway, it was probably something to do with something. I can't remember what I lost my train of thought because I got distracted by a pop-up. I apologize. Let's continue to expand. This one is quite good. I'd like to get a handle on lots of money early game. Also, this alloys is actually really, really valuable. Yeah, let's go to... Well, we don't actually have the influence to do that yet. I might build another science ship to start exploring in this direction as well. So maybe we'll do that. We'll go ahead and grab a science ship. We'll leave that be for now. We don't want to touch any anomalies right now. We want to just get the maximum amount of exploration done as possible. So there is another planet in here. Can you go ahead and do these surveys over here? Because we want to find where the other players are so that we can map out our expansion to grab a reasonable amount of land for ourselves. Investigate beta aliens. We shall... Want to keep an eye out for these guys. Habitable world survey. We will investigate these new aliens because we might get some influence for that, and the extra influence would be quite nice for moving towards the ability to settle in their direction if they are a problem. So why don't you build the mining stations and research stations here, and then we will immediately begin work on another scientific or another construction ship in the capital. Great work, continue exploring. So this little symbol here is trade value, which is a new unique thing in the expansion. Some systems just have trade value in them that you can capture with trade stations. Leave that be for now. Okay, should be done soon. Very nice. We'll have another unity point to put into the market fee reduction so that we can swap our economy around, because right now we're paying a 30% market fee, which is far from ideal. Leave that there. Okay, I have another science ship. Let's recruit another leader. I will grab Meticulous guy, and we'll start surveying over this way. I'm going to tell you to actually prioritize that system, because this is the one that might block us off from... This is a choke point system essentially, and so is this one, and so is this one. So we want to kind of get a hold of these. Let's see, market fee reduced. Yes, we will grab that. And what that'll mean is now the cost for trading is a lot lower for us. We found the Marauders. I didn't actually get a sense of what their fleet strength was. 280 something. So let's go ahead and upgrade these guys. And continue to expand. We fully upgraded the fleet. They're now a little bit stronger, in my opinion. 161. And they'll continue to get stronger as we research these fusion reactors and ceramo metal things. Begins the precursors first league event chain. Excellent. So this is about the precursors. Okay, habitable world, great disciples. Very cool. We have a new building available in our capital world. Alloys are really, really powerful in the early game. I find they're actually powerful throughout the game. So I might go ahead and build a second alloy foundry. I think a second alloy foundry could be good because we can generate our civilian consumer goods by building branch offices on other planets. So I think alloy foundries are much more efficient to build on your main worlds. Like if we look at the generation of alloys here, 2 metallurgists builds one of those, whereas 2 of these guys produce 6. Well, actually, it actually translates quite well. Anyway, we could use more alloys. But we're about 25 minutes in, and I think that's a good episode to start off. I think we're off to a good start. We've done a little bit of exploring. We're up to quite a few ships that we can manage now. Let's just set them off to do these things before we properly sign off. You can't actually explore that direction. Go explore over here for me. And I'll call that the end of this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.